Well, welcome everybody. Welcome parents and extended family, friends, faculty, and our students. This is an exciting event. We're going to honor 5 boys today: Drew Weichert, Ty Allen, Gordon Pollock, Alex Bulgarino, and Bryce Whitman. And they'll continue their athletic careers at 5 extremely good schools, and that's the part of this that I'm most proud about, is just seeing where these boys are going to school. We're going to proceed alphabetically by sport. We'll start with basketball first with Coach Anglin. When he finishes, we'll go to football with Coach Uverard. He'll have 2 boys. After that, soccer with Coach Cheevers. And last but not least, we'll finish with wrestling, Coach Simpson. I think all of our coaches are here. Before we do that, I just want to talk to you just for a second, and I want to say the same things that I said at our February signing day. I'm really proud of you 5 guys. You, to me, you epitomize what this school's all about. And I am proud of you parents. This is a culmination of a lot of effort for you. I know how much time you spent taking these boys to practices and going to games in all kinds of weather. And for some of you, at least when I sat out there, it's a bittersweet moment too, because I think you also realize it's the beginning of the end of this. And so that creates a little sadness, but it's an exciting time, and you should be extremely proud of everything you've done to help them get to this point. I know you are, and we're proud of you. Guys, I'm excited for you because you've got a few things in store. You're going to have a ton of fun. You're going to engage in a lot of hard work, some of it on the field or on the mat, on the court. Some of it's going to be in the classroom. You're going to have tears of joy. You're going to have tears of anguish. You're going to, most importantly, learn a lot of life lessons over these next 4 years. And you're going to create some of the most enduring and extraordinary friendships that you will ever have. You're going to meet people in the next 4 years who you will talk to 50 years from now. And you'll be able to pick up the phone and you will call someone that you haven't seen in 10 years, and it'll be like you just saw them yesterday. Because that's the type of relationship that you're going to create when you live and sleep and eat and work with somebody for 4 years on a sports team. And that's a phenomenal experience, and I'm really, really happy for you. I'm going to ask the same 3 things of you guys that I asked of our group that signed in February. First of all, be the best students you can be. I'm glad you're playing sports, but at the end of the day, it's about being the best student you can be. So hit it hard in the classroom. Number 2, be the best teammate you can be. I look across this group, that's not going to be a problem. This is a group of great teammates. When I was hiring for 30 years in law and politics, I would just unabashedly tell you that I looked for people that played college sports, team sports, because I knew that they were people who could work with other people, who cared about other people, who were diligent, hardworking, and who could juggle lots of issues and lots of responsibilities. And at the end of the day, that's pretty much what life's about. So be the best teammate you can be. And thirdly, guys, above all else, give 100% in everything you do. Give 100% every day in everything that you do, on the field and off the field. There is something about getting old where you spend your time looking back. And some things you regret and some things you don't. Regrets are horrible things. If you give 100% all the time, you'll have no regrets. There's a poem that a guy named John Greenleaf Whittier wrote, and some of the final lines are something like this: the saddest words of tongue and pen are the words it might have been. You don't want to be 50 years from now asking what might have been. So give everything you've got and be the kind of guys who have no regrets, okay? If you do that, you will have a very successful 4 years. More importantly, you're going to have a very successful next 40 years. Really proud of you guys, and I'm proud of you parents. It's a great day for you. So Coach Anglin, I'm going to ask you to come up and start, if you would, with our first man. All right. Thank you.
Good morning. As anyone who knows Drew knows, he'll appreciate me being brief up here. But I do want to say some things before we recognize him this morning. Drew obviously has been an anchor on our varsity team for the last 3 years as a 3-year starter. He's quiet, but he's fiercely competitive and dedicated. And his offensive skills and his basketball savvy have been integral to the success that our team and program have had these last several seasons. His teammates recognized his work ethic and his dedication by electing him as a captain as well as a team MVP the last couple of years. The league's coaches also recognized him as an all-region player this past season. Along the way, he's been MVP of several different tournaments. He's made countless big plays and big shots to help our team win against a very competitive and in some cases national schedule. And just to highlight his productivity in the different ways he's helped our team, he's scored in his career here over 900 points, had over 200 assists, and 150 plus steals, which speaks a little bit to the different aspects of the game that he impacted constantly. And while we're going to miss him on the court, we're going to miss mostly his hard work, his care for our team, and his commitment. I mean, there wasn't hardly a weekend that would go by when you couldn't find Drew Weichert in the gym doing something. And that commitment is why we're here today. It's one of the true joys of coaching to watch players set goals and attain them, both individually and collectively as a group. And so it's a privilege today to share in Drew's fulfillment of one of his personal goals, which was to play college basketball. So we're proud of you, Drew, and we're glad to be here with you today as you commit to play at Center College next year.
Yeah, stand behind him. Got him. He's going to take the picture right there. Put your hat on and sign your thing. Any of y'all want to come up with a picture? No? Okay. You want to get in there with one of them?
Yeah, I'm gonna get one. I'll get you.
Next up is going to be Coach Uverard. He'll be talking about Ty Allen and Gordon Pollock, who are going to MIT and Middlebury, respectively.
Good morning. First of all, I think I'd like to say something about both of them before I get going individually. But these two guys sitting in front of you are team captains, and I think we hear this word culture all the time on TV and everything. I could say our whole coaching staff, and I think even the guys that coach them in multiple sports would say this too, that they help create a culture here at NBA, especially on the NBA football team, that is selfless. It's all about the team, and just guys with a passion to play. And that's what we're going to miss the most out of these guys. Yes, they're good players, but more than that, the culture that was created in our locker room, on the field, and practices was incredible, and I really appreciate that from you two guys. Start with Ty. Ty was a 3-year letterman and a 2-year starter at quarterback for us. As a starting quarterback, he led the Big Red to 20 wins and 2 state championship appearances. He was a selected team captain by his peers and the coaches, selected to the Division II AA All-State team, Division II AA All-Region team. He won the 2017 Offensive MVP Team Award. He was selected a Scholar Athlete honoree from the Middle Tennessee National Football Foundation, to name a few. Ty was a great leader for our team, and his positive attitude and desire to win was contagious to the team. He played tough, and he played for the love of his teammates. Maybe the most impressive attribute about Ty was his ability to overcome adversity. There were times during his playing career that he or his teammate would make a mistake. However, Ty would just shake it off and go to the next play. This unshakable mentality led to our success. Ty will continue his education and play football at MIT. Now for Gordon. Gordon was a 3-year letterman for the Big Red and a 3-year starter at free safety. During those 3 years, he helped lead our team to 31 wins and 3 state championship appearances. He was selected team captain by his peers and the coaches his senior year. He was selected to the Division II AA All-State team, selected to the Division II AA All-Region team, and he won the 2017 Defensive MVP Team Award and the Team 119 NBA Award. Gordon was one of the toughest kids I've ever coached and a tremendous leader. You could count on Gordon setting the physical tone of the game and playing through any kind of physical pain. He wasn't a verbal leader, but his actions spoke louder than his words. He set the standard for our team's work ethic. Gordon's passion to play the game was contagious and led to our team's success. Gordon will continue his education and play football at Middlebury College.
Get in there and get one with you. Next up will be Coach Cheevers, and he'll be talking about Alex Bulgarino.
Good morning, lads, ladies and lads. Alex Bulgarino. Today gives me great pleasure to talk a little about Alex, who will be attending the University of South Sewanee. Alex and I have just struck up a good coach-friend relationship over the last 6 years, and I'd hope that we can continue this in the coming years when he leaves NBA. I was very pleased to be asked by Alex's dad, Todd, to stand for Alex while he made the circumant confirmation, and it's been fun having you in advisory every day for the last 4 years with your wittiness, your cool sense of humour, and the moulding of the younger lads and giving them grief along the way. While here at MBA, Alex has taken 10 honours classes, 15 AP classes, which in itself is no mean feat. And I'm sure he's going to do very, very well as he continues his studies at Sewanee. As a soccer player in a junior school, it was easy to see that you were going to be one of our main rocks over the coming years. As you control the midfield with your energy, endless running from box to box, connecting of passes while keeping possession and keeping the game simple. Personally, Alex, as a coach, you just make coaching fun and easy. During your 8th grade year, we brought you up to varsity, and you basically felt at home, not only playing and training with the team, but also just hanging with the lads as they took you under the wing, with their wings, or so I'm told. This year, I guess, you've just played a pivotal role with the success of the program over and over. It's the last 6 years, leading to a state championship in 2015, 2 tough losses in 2016 and 2017. You've continued your very high standards, and as a captain of the team, you've led by example both on and off the field. Your performances have been immense this season, scoring some stunning goals from distance, but none most notably your headed goal against Overton. I think it could have been one of your first, actually, when you ghosted into the box and noticed the head past the keeper after you had originally started to play with a connection of passes on the right side of the box with your teammates. Do you remember it? There you go. Beautiful. It's been a pleasure to have had the opportunity not only to coach you, but also just getting to know you. Let's just finish the season strong and see where we go from there. Roll Red. Thank you.
Next up will be Coach Simpson to talk about state champion wrestler Bryce Whitman, who will be attending Ohio Wesleyan.
Thank you, Mr. Tips, and good morning to all of you here today. What I want to do is introduce Bryce Whitman to you. Bryce is the son of Michelle and Dave Whitman, who came to NBA his junior year after attending Christian Brothers in Memphis. A quiet person by nature, Bryce quickly earned the respect of his classmates and his teammates. Bryce has so many great qualities, it's hard to name them all. He is humble and a passionate person who encourages those around him in a very positive way. All of Bryce's teachers compliment him on the determination and his hard work. As many of his teachers say about Bryce, he works as hard today in their class as he did the first day in the class this year. This statement about Bryce is how he works in wrestling as well. He has had a fabulous 2 years here at NBA. His record the past 2 years is a staggering 98-5. He is a 4-time state placer, finishing 4th his freshman and sophomore years, state runner-up as a junior, and finally a state champion this year. Bryce has earned All-American honors the past 2 years. He finished 8th place at the Prep Nationals last year and finishing a 3rd place this year to become only the 2nd NBA wrestler to accomplish this feat. He has also been honored the past 2 years as the top wrestler in his weight class by the Coaches Association, and this year he is a finalist for Wrestler of the Year by the Tennessean newspaper. I and the NBA community are proud of Bryce and all of his accomplishments. We wish him well as he will continue his wrestling career at Ohio Wesleyan next year. Bryce Whitman.
Wrestlers can always overcome adversity, can't they? One quick story to tell you, just to illustrate how these kinds of experiences mean something to the people who've been through them. Bryce came in to see me yesterday and said, "Can I be in this ceremony? I've decided I am going to go to Ohio Wesleyan and I'm going to wrestle." And I said, "Absolutely, that is great. I'm excited for you." And he said, "What do I need?" I said, "Well, you need a tie." So he did that. And I said, "You need a baseball hat." And he said, "Well, I've ordered one, but it's not going to get here by tomorrow." And I said, "Don't worry about it. We'll work that out." So I called Tim Corbin, who's the baseball coach at Vanderbilt, who's a pretty busy guy. He had a game last night. And I told him what the situation was. He called me back during our baseball game, Mike, left me a voicemail and said, "I got your voice message. I'm actually at the hospital with Maggie. She's having some cancer removed from her face today, and we've got a game tonight, but I'm going to run home, and I'm going to get an Ohio Wesleyan hat and put it on our porch. You come by and get it. I'm really excited for this young man's opportunity." And so I just say that to you so you'll understand that, there's a guy who went to your alma mater many, many years ago. He's done a lot of things, but the idea of you getting to go there and experience what he experienced was moving to him. And I'm really excited for all 5 of these guys. I see our college counseling people up in the back, Jenny Maddox and her folks, and I know that they're very excited at the quality of these schools, and they had a lot to do with that too. So thank you very much for coming. I wish these boys Godspeed and all the luck in the world over the next 4 years and the next 40 years. We're very proud of you guys. Thanks very much.